Good morning, guys. It's 4:30 in the morning. It's Coach Joe here. I got a question from one of my clients recently asking, does 3,500 calories really equal a pound? So can you lose a pound of fat specifically by living or eating in a calorie deficit of 3,500 calories? So I want to start off by saying that if you want to lose weight or you want to lose fat, if there's not any physiological issues like thyroid issues or hormonal issues, you have to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. Does that mean you have to count calories religiously and write everything down or use MyFitnessPal all the time? It doesn't, but it definitely helps. At least to do it for a little while to help you become more mindful. But this 3,500 calorie thing that you hear about, that you read about, what it came from essentially is 1 pound of fat. They found that it required about 3,500 calories to burn that fat off or to get rid of that fat. Remember, calories isn't actually a thing. It's technically it's a unit of measurement. It's what the name we've given to how we measure whenever our metabolism is breaking things down, essentially. So it's not necessarily that it's wrong, because I think the math is right. It's just not always that simple, and I really, really wish it was, but it's not. The thing about our body and our metabolism is it adapts as we lose weight or as we gain weight. So our body's goal is always to find homeostasis or to find balance. And the metabolism is one way that we regulate that. So generally speaking, when somebody's losing weight, their metabolism, or the amount of calories they're going to burn just sitting around all day, is going to go down. If they gain weight, their metabolism goes up. Now, I know that this is counterintuitive to somebody who wants to lose weight and they say, well, hold on, I can gain weight and then I'll burn more calories at rest. That doesn't make sense. Essentially, the most general way to put it is your body's got to work harder to maintain when you gain weight, and your body doesn't have to work as hard whenever you lose weight. So that resting metabolic rate, or the amount of calories you burn sitting on the couch, can actually go down if you lose weight. So if you drop your calories by 500 a day, if we were following the 3,500 calorie rule, you would think you'd lose a pound a week, and you could do that math, and you could do that for the next several weeks or several months, and you'd be at X pounds by then. But you'll get there and you'll find that that's not the way it is, because, as I said, the metabolism adapts. So our nutrition needs to be adapted as well. And we can do that through counting calories and changing how many calories we're bringing in. We can do that through changing how much protein or carbohydrates or fat, right? People talk about macros. One way that we do it here is we measure it so that objectively we can see if you need to change it or you don't need to change it, or if maybe you're just not eating the way that you might think that you're eating. We use something called an in-body body composition analyzer. We get this really great report. You can see all kinds of stuff on there. But what it does, it tells us how many pounds of muscle you have, how many pounds of fat you have, your body fat percentage, and your weight, your BMI, all that good stuff. And then it compares it to someone of the same sex, of the same age. So we have an idea of where you probably should be as it relates to disease risk and being an overall healthy individual. It also gives us, up here in the corner, it's going to be a little bit tough to see, but right underneath my finger, you can see 4 digits there. I know it was kind of blurry. Sorry about that. Camera's giving me issues. But that would be your resting metabolic rate. So how many calories you burn sitting on the couch. And over time, if you're losing weight, we can see if that goes down. But we can also see that if you gain muscle, it starts to go back up. So when we gain muscle and lose fat, the scale doesn't change as much. But muscle requires more energy to maintain. That's why strength training is so important, because even if the scale's not changing, but you're gaining muscle and losing fat, you might see that resting metabolic rate, or the amount of calories you would burn just sitting on the couch, go up. And that would contribute positively to fat loss for the long term and help you to maintain that. The more calories that I can burn just sitting here talking to you on this phone, the better off I'm going to be in terms of maintaining a leaner body mass. So today we talked about the 3,500 calorie rule, how it's probably true, but it doesn't necessarily always apply. Everybody's a little bit different, and it depends on how their metabolism adapts to them losing weight and to them gaining weight. So if you got any questions, toss them in the comments below. Otherwise, have an awesome day.